record on this computer. Oh,
Okay,
check my
it's
speaker.
recorded.
Recording alert. Okay. It said,
Continue.
okay, yeah. It was trying to tell me, but my mic wasn't working, so it couldn't talk to me, and it was upset. Okay, so let's just recap what we just talked about. So, because now we're recording. Back to appearance. This is where you update your welcome area, which is the thing that shows up at the top of the member vault page. So going back here, right now Jamie's was empty, but we added some content to show this is where you modify what is in the welcome area, which you can put a media, which is like an image or a video, buttons, text, and you can add images because Jamie wanted her logo here appear here. So this is where you can add an image or another video. This is the title. And this is where you can either turn the welcome.
Share your screen again.
Oh, sorry. Really? Thank you. All right, sharing my screen.
It's okay. It happens all the time.
Recording. So yeah, so just to kind of recap what I was showing you, but you couldn't see because my area or my share wasn't on. So welcome area is where you modify the stuff that it shows up at the top of the page. And it's under appearance. Branding is colors and stuff, footers. So most everything that looks on the home page will be here under appearance. The products show up at the bottom of the welcome area. So again, here is the welcome area, which you can modify with images and videos. Below that will be your products. And Jamie had put her welcome stuff in a product. So what we're going to do is go to products. And that's where she hopes. Speaker's not working properly. Thank you. So here under the welcome, we're just going to edit that and make it invisible, which I thought we just did.
Yeah, you just didn't refresh your other screen.
Okay, so I'm going to save that just to make sure and then refresh this. Yeah, there it goes. So now, Jamie, you'll see how that content is still there, but it's just hidden.
Right.
So as you make your classes active, they should show across 3. That's what I've seen in everybody else's classes. So maybe it's just the standard template is 3 across.
Okay, and then it flashed on my quote bio, and that I want on my welcome page. And I don't know exactly where it landed. I'll have to go.
It's probably in the, I would suspect in the menu, because I haven't activated my welcome page either. Have you done yours, Marilyn? Or anybody?
Yeah.
Done a bio?
Yeah, my welcome page is up.
So
Yeah, but did you do a
My
bio?
site is live. I actually, yeah, and then offer for a 30-minute consultation. So I use it as my website right now.
Right, but did you do a bio in Active Campaign or Member Vault?
Yeah, well, it's part of my welcome page, or it's part of my welcome chapter. I didn't do a full bio.
What bio?
Let's see, what did I put in there? It says, I'm an entrepreneur, mother of 3 adult children, 34 years with my soulmate, successful career at Intel, breaking through the glass ceiling, speaker, writer, philanthropist.
Hang on.
And then
Let's
it goes,
go to your page. What's your page?
enjoyable life's journey. Don't forget the S on life's. And then
so you just put your bio in the welcome.
Yeah, just a little one.
But Jamie, you were referring to a bio page.
I did a bio. I wanted it on the welcome page, and I don't know where it landed. But as you were flipping through some of my pages, I saw it briefly, and that's what reminded me of it.
Where did you create it?
I don't know.
Because I've not seen a bio page. That's why I was asking Brooklyn if she created a bio
Go
page
back
in
to her
Member.
products. Go back to her products.
was in
She
her
seems to put
project.
a lot of things in her product.
Under products.
Mhm.
Maybe
So you just
maybe
created the
she
product with
created
the
it as
bio
a
with-
product.
Well, it was there, wasn't it?
Let's go look.
Hmm.
Let's go look. Okay, so products. Collage, no. I'm not seeing a bio. there.
Drawing freestyle. Oh, no, maybe that isn't it. Never mind.
Okay, so let's kind of circle back to the idea of where do we put a bio as we kind of go through things. Because Jamie, I don't recall seeing a page that is your bio. Joy, do you recall that? Because I know you guys have been using this a lot.
I haven't put a bio in, so
Okay.
I just looked to see if I had one, but I don't see it.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
saw
so,
a flash of my headshot as you were zooming through things, and I went, oh, I didn't realize that was there. And where
Yeah, I didn't see the headshot.
you did?
Me either.
Yeah, I did see the headshot when you were
But we-
scrolling through.
All right, so I'm just going to make a note, bio, kind of like where would you put it? Because I don't remember seeing a page that's called bio, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist if you made one somewhere. But if you don't remember where you put it,
Well,
It
I
might-
tried to put it on the first page, but apparently I didn't even realize that example is the first page. And you put things in over what they had.
okay. So if I was looking, I'm just kind of going through some things here. This is just the general settings. I'm just seeing if there's a bio something, and I know custom domain isn't it. All right. So
So
I'm just going to
Jamie,
make
do
a
you
note.
think it was part of your welcome page?
I wanted it to be part of my welcome page, yes.
Okay, so
Well,
it's
that's
probably
fine.
under
There-
that product you just hid. So how do you see the hidden products?
I'm just going back to the hidden one.
Yeah, so click on the welcome. And I think
Click
that's where
on
it
the-
was.
This is the welcome.
So keep going in, yeah, so
Scroll down.
go to the text and keep scrolling.
Yeah,
There
that's
she
where it
is.
is.
Yeah, so you put it in the product area.
There it is.
So if I were to take this, copy this, I'm just gonna, not sure if it'll let me take the image too, copy, and then go back to the welcome, which is under appearance, and replace that there. Does not,
You have to
direct-
use that Control V or something. It won't take it with paste.
uh-oh, it didn't take that. It didn't take the C either. So let me go back. I took my Zoom link. All right, let me go back to products. So apparently you have to use the control thing. So I'm going to go back to inactive products, which is where we put the welcome, hit the edit, take the content of the welcome message, description. We want the welcome message. I'm going to go Control C, go back to appearance, welcome area, Control V, there we go. It didn't take the picture, but you can add the picture. So let me later, because you're gonna go here and add it, right? So then let's go ahead and save this. Where's the save? Does it save? Huh.
That was my
I
problem
think on
too. I
that one
could
it
never
automatically
find save.
saves.
Yeah, and it did save it. Well, so I'm just gonna go back here and just hit refresh. Might have been an auto save. It auto saved it. Okay, so there's your text.
Okay.
Bio. So now you just have to put a video or image over there in the welcome area.
Okay. I
Hey,
will-
Susan, can you hit continue on that record thing? It's in the middle of my screen and I can't see a lot of what you're
You
doing.
can hit it.
I can do it myself?
Yes,
Yes,
because
you
Get
I,
out. Okay, it's gone. I thought only Susan could do it.
I thought
Okay.
that
So-
too, and then I tried it and it went away. I should have said.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah, no, you're
sorry.
looking at my screen, so I'm trying to see my screen with your
I
guys'
just love
heads.
you women.
Okay, so these are logistics, right? How do you and where do you and stuff. So
Right.
Jamie, what about content? How are you doing on your content?
Well,
Or you
I'm going to show you if you'll go to products,
Okay,
hit that. Go to drawing freestyle. Hit that.
gotta move you guys again. I'm just gonna hit edit.
And I have got something, I should have something under each one of those titles.
You mean under these modules?
Right.
Yeah, good. So you're diving deep. You know,
I-
the welcome is the first level, and now you're going into products, and now you're going into modules. That's good.
And lessons. I'm
And
going,
you got lessons. Yay. Yay.
but I don't know if
So-
they're in the right place because, you know, you're on some page and it says teaser module, warming up to something new.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's not the description there. So now,
Well, you've got to.
now hit on warming up to something new.
So this is the lowest level.
Okay, so here's where the lesson text is, and I'm not, okay. So I need to up that to the next level. I guess I'm not getting levels and modules and,
Well, it's like if you go to what's a good analogy? If you're reading a book, right? The title, the cover is the welcome. It's the first thing you see, right? Then
Yeah.
you open it up, and each chapter is like a product. Well, it's it's a little different. It's deeper than that. So you choose your product.
so
You
I
want the
have to
lesson on
move- I have to move all this up to the first page?
No, it's like layers.
I understand that, but I'm getting wrong layers. Like warming up to something new is the title. Then we have a lesson text and I can't scroll down to see what happens after that. Oh, the lesson activity. Now, I guess I don't have a module. I mean, I'm getting really nuts
right.
with this
Okay.
terminology.
So can I try to simplify it? The module, think of the module as your book. And then each lesson is a chapter. So at the book level, the module level, you put in a high level description, the insert on the cover of what the book's about. That's on the module level. If you go to the module, it'll ask you for a description and it will tell you, and that would be what's in, the sleeve of the book, Then you go to the lesson, and the lesson, you have a choice. You can type the text in, you can add a video that tells you what the text is. So what I do is I do a video, and then so they first watch a video on my lesson, and then I type in the text of what I said in the video. So the lesson is there, and then you have the homework. And so and you can choose to do them or not. You don't have to do it. You're the creator of your lesson. You can decide how you want to teach them. It could be all in text. It could be a combination. I advise a combination because you need to
I'd like to
attract
do a
all.
combination, but I have to get, at least for my process, I have to get the text down and in there first before I add any videos. And so this is what I'm having problems with, getting it all in one place. So you flow from the module into the lesson. It just is not flowing. So
Well, so do you see my screen, you guys, on the mind map?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so this is something that Pat and I are working on. We had a meeting, what, 2 days ago, Pat, or?
Yes.
And
Tuesday.
we're doing a co-course, right? We're going to collaborate to do a course. So we needed something that we could both see and decide who was doing what part of the course. So this is the product. The product is called Accelerated Speaking Skills, or we haven't really named it yet, but that's what we're calling it for now. And then we came up with kind of an outline. There's the intro, there's the preparation and speaking, there's Be Your Brand, and the scenarios. So each of those would be modules. So the general overall highest level of the product are the modules. Then each module can be broken down into lessons. So the what's in it for me, what you will gain from this, and these are probably going to be our freebie levels of the modules. Then we break it down even further, and these are the lessons. So in your module, there's lessons, right?
I definitely understand all this. I understand the concept. I think it's the mechanics of getting everything in the right place that
Well, and
I'm
I would
really
suggest,
having problems with.
Jamie, is that's why I'm showing you this, or, you know, you can draw this on a piece of paper, but I suggest making the outline and then putting down here's where a video would go, or here's where a PDF download would go, or here's where this text would go. And then it's putting it into the right place on MemberVault. I think the
Yes.
confusing part is you're trying to do it both at the same time. And because you don't quite understand how MemberVault's working, it's throwing you off. So at least for one module, get it down on paper first. That would be my suggestion, is get it down on paper. So you say, here's where a video would go. And this is where a downloadable PDF would go. Or here's where the questions would go, as Marilyn was saying, the different elements of a course. And then try that. And then once you can map between what's on paper to what's in MemberVault, hang on, I think Bill's got the door. Then I think it'll be a little easier for you. Marilyn, do you have any comments on that? Or Joy, because I know you guys have been using this.
I just put in my workbook that Yvonne edited for me, and I broke everything. I pieced it out. And so what I ended up doing is I wrote everything down. In an outline form, so that I knew what I was going to do each step of the way. And then as I did it, I put a check mark. So I put in the description, I check marked it. I uploaded the PDF, I check marked it. So that I didn't get lost, because for me, it was very complicated to figure out all the pieces. And so I wrote everything out, and then I check marked it, so I knew where I was. And I did make mistakes along the way, but because I had everything written out, I figured out where I went wrong.
Okay. I'll just go back and try it again. I've got things on paper. I've got things in certain files. I just am having problems getting them to flow on MemberVault. And I guess it's just going to be a trial and error for me, because I just don't know.
And Jamie, you know that in all technology, do a one-on-one. I mean, you don't have to struggle through it. That's why I'm here. I mean,
and I've just started diving deep into this in the last couple of weeks. So this is raising its ugly head right now.
Yeah.
And
it's learning curve.
Pardon me?
It's learning curve.
It is learning curve. And so now, knowing where the welcome page is, I need to work on that, and then go to my first product and work on that. And I guess, I'm just going to have to do that until I get to a problem point where I say, okay, I'm scheduling time.
Okay.
And I will do that. I really thank you all for your help. I mean, the concept is there. I understand it conceptually. It's mechanically I'm having problems with.
Well, I think you're doing something correct in that you're filling in some blanks that you know. So the fact that you've gone as deep as a lesson is good. Now it's just a matter of putting the content at the right level, you know,
Right.
putting the content in the welcome, putting the content at the lesson level, and everything in between.
Great.
But
Yes.
you're making progress.
I am. And it's the first time I've shared this with you guys. And it feels good to be able to share my progress with you since I've been, pretty much stagnant for so long. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go on a little bit and see if there's any other questions that are raised that we can bridge. Who would like to go next? No volunteers.
No, I'll go next.
Okay,
Well, I'll go
I
next.
saw Kay's hand first. Go ahead, Kay. What would you like to talk about?
Well, I don't have too many questions. I sent you an email with my couple of questions. Because I never made a deadline for, Juan's lessons. And so I have a deadline now for him to do a lesson.
Okay, what's the name of the, I know it's not Paint with Juan.
Paint with Juan.
Is it Paint with Juan?
Yeah. Oh, that's his website. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
Don't fool me. I thought it was your website. Look at you with your
website. Okay. I'm happy with the website.
Good.
Let's see what it would be. Paint with Juan .member vault. Is that how it works?
Because didn't you register a URL?
Oh, I did. What? I forgot what it was. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's see if we can find it with this. There we go. That'll work. They both work. Okay, so just kind of recapping what we saw before. So this is where you can put that video or a still shot. I think a video is good because this is a place where you can put your introduction to yourself or what you're going to be teaching about, something general. And then, we put bullet points, kind of summaries. And this is where, again, the 3 cross products are. Good job. Okay, so what would you like to talk about, Kay?
When you enroll in a class, you have terms of service and the privacy policy. I put something out there, but I didn't put a full privacy policy and I don't know where to find it or what to do.
Well, so what I would do is because Member Vault has a lot of online lessons. I mean, there's nothing proprietary about a privacy policy. Basically, it said, I'm not going to take your information and sell it out to, advertisers or spammers and stuff. So I would just, and I've heard that privacy policies are getting really, really important. So it's good to put one there since you can easily put one there. So I would just copy some of this text, maybe modify it a little bit if you want, but basically it's just saying, I'm not going to sell your information to anybody.
Right. Okay. Where do you put it on Member Vault? You're actually looking at the site. You're not in the admin part. So
now I'm in Jamie's admin. Again, it's been a while since I've done that. I think I would check in settings, general. And if Joy or if Marilyn, you remember, because I don't think I've turned on my privacy either.
So I turned it on and I haven't I think you have to put it in a file. You have to upload a file. And then when you go back to that privacy, select privacy setting, I think there's a place that you have to choose a file.
Okay. I'm not seeing it under settings, so I'm just making some notes. So what I'll do is I'll research it and then I'll post something in the Member Vault class kind of as a bonus saying, here's where you put the pipe in. Here's a good example of a privacy policy. So we'll address that. And I think the same thing. What was the other thing you mentioned?
okay. Well,
Kay?
If you go to one of the classes, I haven't finished any of or he hasn't done any of the classes actually.
Okay.
But if you do go to one of the classes, let's see,
Susan, it's the privacy is in the product. It's
Yeah.
on the very bottom, left, right-hand corner of the product stuff.
Okay.
So if you do buy,
You're talking to here?
Yeah, no,
Well-
so go into edit, just edit a product.
Any product. Oh, yeah, the specific product.
okay.
And now go at the bottom. At least that's where it was on mine. Interesting, because on mine, it's on the very bottom. Let me just see what product I was doing.
But this one isn't a live one. Go to a live one. This is.
Yeah,
this
maybe
is-
it's
Okay.
that.
You don't have a sign up.
If,
I think it's under the sign up.
There's the sign up. Buy, learn more, teaser message, terms
Oh,
of
there it is.
service. Okay.
okay,
There.
Okay. So it looks like you,
put it in there.
so that's where it references it, but it's not the privacy policy. That's just the
Okay.
text that shows up. So I think what I'll research it and see what other people are doing. But what you would want to do is like create a hyperlink, a link to
Okay.
the page or the document that has your privacy policy in it.
Okay.
So this is what would show up at the bottom of the terms of service of your product. But again, where you put that privacy policy, I've got a note here to research that.
Okay, I just changed the text on that and gave a little bit, you know, that everything was copyrighted. I just changed the text, and I knew there should be, yeah, an actual privacy
But,
policy.
you know, and it's to say, it doesn't mean, because you can put a paragraph here. So if you want to, like you said, you can say these items are copyrighted and we won't sell your stuff to your information to anybody or something. So you don't necessarily have to have another page. It depends. But I've seen privacy policies like are 3 pages long. So it's like, you don't want all that on every single page.
Well, find us a short one.
Yours is a short one.
Find us a short one. You
Okay,
said you
I'm
were
gonna
going to
make-
research them. Find us a short
Yeah.
one.
So, yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
reads it anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's just, you know, it's just something that is good to have, but doesn't have to be 3 paragraphs or 3 pages long.
You
Okay.
convinced
So
me.
what else?
I'm gonna just change mine to, about the, you know, not selling their email addresses, or I'll word it
Yeah.
somehow. Make
Well,
it short.
like I said,
I'm
I'll
not
find
gonna
something. It's not
think of
hard. I
a
mean,
big
all the other member
privacy
vault classes
policy.
probably have something. So, okay.
Well, there's a
So what
bunch
else?
on,
That's a good idea. Look at somebody else's and then.
Yeah,
copy.
no, plagiarism is a good thing. Saves you time, especially with a member vault class, because I know that the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, was contacting some of my clients wanting them to put privacy policies on their websites. So for contractors, it was a little bit different because they wanted to be very specific. But looking at other member vault classes makes the most sense because they figured it out, right? At
Right.
least it's close. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So what else would you like to talk about, Kay?
That was it. I haven't been able to work on it at all. So,
Okay, so remind us what your target was.
oh, the target was, I wrote it down here.
Or is.
Juan's lesson number 1 by July 15th.
Okay, how's that going?
Well, he hasn't been doing anything at all. That's why I'm giving him a target date.
That's the whole thing. You
I
heard
want
about
the
that. Yeah.
material. I don't want to make the lesson until he gives me the material. And we have it. I mean, he has it all over the place. It's just, I need to get it from him. That's really
Well,
his. He's at a doctor's appointment and not here, so I can talk about him.
Okay. Okay. Well, and you know, it's good to kind of chunk it down because July 15th or July 14th, you don't want to throw it all on him to make your deadline, right?
No, I'm giving him the deadline today.
Yeah. So
When he gets
give us some homework every week. You got to get this part done, get this part done. Pat and I were talking about, we're filming video on makeup days. PWN days when we have to put makeup on so we can film and we don't have to put makeup on just for filming. Yeah, that works best. Okay, so you have a month. You feel like you're on track and in a good shape right now.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, good. Joy, I saw your hand go up next.
Okay. Well, I didn't finish my deadline of my how to create a dream closet. However, I did upload all product for my workbook. And so they'll be able to download a PDF on my workbook, but then I also separated each chapter into a module and then each area into a lesson. And then I put that same format into my Accelerate, the Wearing Your Greatness Acceleration, which is the one-on-one with me. And so so they're able to download the workbook, and then each week has a different, so I broke it out into modules. Do you want to go to my site? I don't know if you want to see, but so I have it all broken out. And it's wearing your greatness.
Where?
Come on. Get back down. Come on. Please.
So I don't know.
Okay.
And then, so if you go to, so I've gotten all the, so the introduction's all done. I have the subscriber done. The only thing I don't have done is the how to create your dream closet. On the accelerator, I did figure out how to get that hooked to Calendly. I got that set up.
Okay.
And
good.
I know I should take it off. Let me go in and take off the price, and then we can go in and look. Just a sec.
Okay. So what she mentioned was Calendly is one of those schedulers so that it can book appointments for people. So that's a real time saver if you're doing one-on-ones. And it makes it faster because people don't have to call you and then wait for a phone call back and say, when are you available? But you can basically block it out on something like Calendly, saying session is an hour or hour and a half or whatever it is.
Okay, see if you can go back, refresh, or I don't know how, but I think I took it all out.
Oh yeah, so there's, so if I, see, this is the agreed terms and services, pay, oops, what did it say? Error. Oh, gotta put a content up here.
So
okay, so now this.
So I start out with they had this in there, which was, I thought was quite interesting. And at the beginning, I was bulking at it, but then I thought, this is something good. So I went in, I asked lots of different questions, and Janelle helped me with the questions. And then you can download the workbook. So week 1 is a 5 weeks that I'll work together. So week 1, we do body shape and face shape. And
so when you're saying week 1, are those the modules?
Yeah, so if you go down.
Down here, okay.
Yeah, so I have week 1 and week 2. And then, but then also I have it so that every week you'll get another one. So since I'm going to work with the person every week, so it's only going to open up the ones available for that week. So
you use the time triggered format. So again, you as course developers have the ability to kind of say this module is free, these are paid for, and they can kind of like do it on their own pace. Or in Joy's case, she's saying it's going to unlock week after week. once they pay, once they log in, because I'm logged in as my account right now.
Yeah, yeah,
So they can skip ahead.
yeah. And so if you just go into one of the week lessons, and then I can show you what. So the face shape, body shape, just go into the body shape and just preview it. And so there's 2 lessons: determine your body shape and then understand your body shape. And then within that, there's a PDF that they're going to download. And then there's questions once. And then within that, there's a PDF and then 2 PDFs. One is for what you learn. And then the second one is a workbook page so they can determine. And then I ask questions of what did they learn? So what on this one's, what's the body shape?
Good.
And so I did that, and it's the same thing I did in the workbook.
Okay.
So that's what I did. So I made progress, not the way I wanted it, but I did make progress.
No, it looks good. It's a nice clean look, and it's, you know, branded colors. Images are good. I'm just going to go up here. So, yeah, so this is just that menu bar that talks about, you know, where I was just wanting to see what it looked like at this level. Good job. So do you have any roadblocks or questions? Just talk.
Not when it comes to Member Vault. I don't. It's just me. It's just me on this end of doing my videos and just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So
all of these questions go into the account for like me. So if I were to fill this out, right? I'm filling out the answers.
Yeah.
Are you kind of going to review these later, like for a client? Like during are these one-on-ones?
Yeah, they're one-on-ones.
Okay.
And then we can review it, you know, if they have any questions of how to figure it out, then we can review it. And then, but I think too, it'll be interesting for me just to have a database of women's bodies and their body elements. And
right.
I mean, I have my own, so part of it is just, I would like to have a database of it for my personal work, so I understand people's bodies.
And one thing, again, I'm going to put this on my list of things that I'm going to look into, is these answers to these questions are going to go into Member Vault, because these are Member Vault questions that you created in the lesson, right?
Right.
So I want to see, can you export those? Because Member Vault is, you know, the platform on which we're putting the lessons, but it's not really a CRM, contact management system.
Right.
So one option would be is if you create a form, instead of putting the questions in Member Vault, you could have a form that you would embed onto this page, possibly having better access to those questions. And the reason I'm curious about that is because, like with me, I'm experimenting with a new CRM. And what I want to do is have a history of a client. I want to know what we discussed, what their concerns are, what their branding issues are, whatever they are. And I want to have it in one place. And I want that for every single contact that I have. And for me, if I'm doing some of my work in Member Vault and some of my work somewhere else, they're in 2 different places.
Right.
So some of you to think about is there are multiple ways to get answers. Like right now, she's using the Member Vault questions, but you can create a form in a CRM or Jot form or something to get better access to those questions. So I'll cover that in maybe in the next call or something to see. But it's something that's been important for me, is finding some place where I can find everything. In fact, I'll just mention in case I forget later, because I've been forgetting record and my camera's not working, so I don't want to forget. But on June 23rd, which is a Wednesday, I'm going to do a Widget Wednesday on a new CRM that I've been working on. I'm really excited about it. It's pretty much doing everything for me right now in terms of invoicing and tracking and stuff. So if you're looking for a CRM where you can manage all your clients in one place, tune into that. It's the free Widget Wednesday. I think I told many of you that I was looking into ActiveCampaign because that was the one that MemberVault recommended. And I abandoned it after 2 months. There were just too many issues I was having with it. So I'm not going that way. I also am having concerns about MailChimp as a email tool. And I did a video for a client yesterday, and I'll put it somewhere so you guys can see it. But the problem was, if you're using MailChimp for like simple emails like Kay does for PWN, you know, text and a picture, it handles that pretty well. But if you want a photo gallery for images, it gets a bit challenging. In this video that I'll show you, we'll show you what the results we got with MailChimp. And I'm not comfortable with it for multiple images anymore. So I did a trial of the CRM I'm looking into is called Zoho. And I created a template for this client using Zoho in less than an hour. And it looks so much better, and it's so much better on mobile. So we're switching her over. Pat, are you looking sad, Pat?
Well, no, I'm using MailChimp. I just learned MailChimp, and
yeah.
So I'm
so put your hands over your ears, Pat. You don't want to hear what I'm going to say. Because
it took me forever to put it in MailChimp, but
I'll tell you. So you know me, I have like almost 50 years in technology, and I spent 2.5 months, hours on ActiveCampaign, learning it, trying it out, and I gave up. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work. So if you are committed to MailChimp, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that I am looking into other tools that will do multiple things. And I think I've said this on this call or maybe a Widget Wednesday. I always tell my clients, you're never going to find a software that does everything the way you want it, but you got to find the best fit. So, you know, MemberVault, as great as it is, probably has some limitations, one of which may be this, where do the questions go and how do I manage the questions for a client? Obviously, they don't have a communication system, which is why we're looking into MailChimp and other things. So it's not a one size fits all, but me, as many types of projects that I'm juggling, I'm pretty happy with Zoho. And I've spent a month with this one, and I'm signing up for a year, like probably tomorrow when I have a call with this guy. So anyway, just food for thought.
Yep. So
just something to think about.
Ladies, you just have to understand that Susan has an addiction. Her addiction is technology, and she just loves to evaluate tools. And that's what's great about Susan, because when she's servicing her clients, she knows all these tools and she can help them pick the right one. Zoho is a good one. I've heard lots of good things about it. I'm sticking with my Ontraport because I know it, and I have my landing pages and I have everything. So it's easy for me to use. So what you have now is servicing you, great. When you grow out of it, then you call Susan and say, Susan, I've grown out of this. I need something more powerful. And then Susan will have already evaluated 10 other options for you, and she can tell you which one might be best.
Well, and I will tell you that I'm a very analytical person, and I will, put it through its paces. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I agree with you that there's, if you're happy with something, don't change it. But the reason I wanted to let you know about that, that's why this question came up, is because these questions that I plan to ask on my MemberVault account, I wanted to go into my CRM, because that way, if I'm working on one-on-one or I'm helping to build a website or whatever projects I'm doing is in one place and not just the lessons they're taking in MemberVault. So MemberVault is just a branch of your business, right? It's not the whole business. So you have to kind of look at, this is just a small segment of my business. How does it fit into the big picture? And that's kind of where I am, is I need to figure out how to get everything in, not necessarily one place, but less than a dozen places. That's my goal, because you can't manage dozen. If you can manage it in 2 or 3, great. If I can manage it in 1.5, yay. So breathe. I've gone through this too. Believe me, I was not happy after 2.5 months in active campaign. And the thing was, I contacted customer service at least half a dozen times saying, tell me, am I doing something wrong? I'm trying to do something that the product cannot do, or is the product broken? It had to be one of those 3 things, and they could not answer the question. And when you cannot answer that question, I'm working with you. I mean, it's that simple. So that's why after 2.5 months of trying, I gave up. So anyway, moving on, I'm going to find out about that integration of these questions and how you can access that. So again, when you take the time to build this, it's going to be in some place that's going to be the most usable for you without having to do a lot of work. Because you can obviously export this stuff or screenshot this stuff, but that's not always the most effective way. But good job, Joy. You're diving deep. You've got a lot of good content, and this is where your PDFs go. So Jamie, I hope you're seeing kind of how, once you figure out where the pieces go,
Yes.
you can put questions, you can put downloads, you can put videos, the lessons are broken down. This can be done in several different ways,
Don't tell me that.
as you go kind of thing, or by lessons. Do week 1 because we have a meeting scheduled. Okay. Anything else you want to comment on, Joy?
No,
Or
that's it.
what was the target you missed? Was that
Well,
positive?
it was June 1st, and
Okay. What's the
I'm-
reboot?
so I'm hoping that I can, in 2 weeks, have it.
Okay, so that would be, I'm looking at my calendar here. So 2 weeks from today, and today is the 10th. So if we say, you want to just say June 30th or June 28th, it's the end of the month, or July 1?
Let's do July 1.
Okay, that gives you 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
All right, cool. And that actually will be our next scheduled call, because we're doing this every 3 weeks. So is everybody good with July 1? Because that's before the 4th of July holiday.
Yes.
It is on the weekend,
Yeah.
so, okay, we're gonna go with July 1 as our next member vault call then. All right, good job. Who would like to talk next? Marilyn or Pat? You're all the, Marilyn, you unmuted, do you want to go next?
Yeah, so I missed last week. I had a dentist appointment and he loves my teeth. They're clean and bright and shiny. So
Yay.
besides that, I'm keeping them all good because you don't want to lose your teeth
Oh,
in old age.
seriously,
So
yeah.
I did go ahead and I created, to support the couple of presentations that I've done, I created a create your lifestyle vision guide. So right now my site is got 3 different freebies on there. It's a lifestyle guide vision,
What's the URL?
evaluate your life. It's enjoyable life's journey with
There
an
you go.
S.
I'm gonna have to create a bookmark for
Yeah.
these. I just link on it. Oh, there, I had you there before. Okay. So you were talking about
Yeah,
what you
and
have.
eventually, yeah. So eventually I agree with you, the video is more powerful. So eventually I am gonna do a video and replace my picture with a
Yeah.
video. The calendar, so this gives an idea. I kind of use this as my website. So after people, I present at different forums, I send them here. But so a new path to travel is my kind of just join the hub kind of thing. And eventually, Tanner Summers is got a really nice way. She does all of her free stuff under one product. So eventually I will
Okay.
consolidate the freebie stuff into one
Yeah.
product. It's kind of nice. Because they all have to do with life and stuff. So they're of similar topics. So I haven't gotten everything organized. Like I got the guide up there for lifestyle vision guide. I have not done the videos, whereas on the other two, I've gone ahead and I've created a video that talks about a lesson that talks about what you're going to do with the guide. And then the next lesson is to download the guide. And then the third lesson is kind of the action plan. And I do have some questions and stuff in there, but I need to, that's kind of my flow, is open with a video, type the text from the video, then have them download the document, work on the document. And then the third lesson is kind of a follow-up. Are you having reach out to me? For a free consultation, that type of flow for my freebies.
Mhm.
So, and I'm going to create another one, which is going to be more of my mainstay, and it's going to be a glimpse. It's going to be like a checklist of all the things that you should think about when you're designing the last third of your life. So it's not going to have a lot of these are all stuff that you can gain a lot from by doing these evaluations. You can really get some thought processes going. So they are a homework tool. Whereas my main ship is, creating your last third of your life to be the best third. It's going to include all the things beyond the financials. So yeah, I'll have create a will, all the typical, have you done the will? Have you done your trust fund? Have you done your insurance? Have you done da-da-da? Those are all the typical ones people think of. But then I want to also add all the things that you should, all the other things that you should think about, like who you're going to be, what's your purpose, and they're just going to be check marks, have you done them? And then with the call to action that maybe they should sign up for a consultation to discuss more detail. And then I am working on, from that outline of that list, I will be creating a course for those people who like to do it themselves and not use coaches. I will then take that list and create a course where each of those topics, will be covered.
Okay.
And
so
I haven't decided if it's. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just, I haven't really thought through whether that's good.
We froze you, Marilyn. Uh-oh. We just lost Marilyn. Marilyn, your video froze. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
I can
The
hear
rest
you.
of you?
We can hear you.
Okay. Just Marilyn. We lost Marilyn. All right, give her a second.
Oh, I'm here. Oh, my internet.
Your video froze,
I'm back?
so we weren't sure what. There you go. You're back.
Back frozen. Oh, no.
I should have frozen a good site. Okay, so I'm going to mix my video. Okay,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm going to click off my video so my audio works better.
There you go.
So what are your thoughts?
Well, so I was just asking you, in your CRM, is there a place to have like the answers to these questions? Because again, you're probably in a long-term journey with some of your clients, right? Where they might take multiple lessons. So do you have a place in your CRM where you can put all these answers and notes and stuff just so you can access them for each client?
So that'll be a good one. I know I have already connected Ontraport to a member vault. So that connection is done. So when people sign up, they automatically get created into my, a contact list. Now, I haven't done it, I haven't really looked at, I put some general questions in my session, in my lessons, but I haven't really thought about, like you said, do a form or how would they be captured or stored. So I do need to look at that.
Well, so one of the things I'm considering, and I haven't quite made this decision yet, is because I can do payments and stuff through Zoho, I'm thinking about having all the payments go through there and then just giving them a promo code. So once they pay, so once you go to my Member Vault class, here's a code that says I have paid or whatever. And again, where you do stuff, you have different options, and it's just a matter of figuring out which is the most effective way. So just like I said, you can use the questions that Member Vault gives you, but it's going to be in Member Vault. But also you can create a link to a form that's in your CRM or Zoho or JotForm or somewhere else to capture that. So, just looking ahead, if they're just taking the class, I don't think there's that tracking needed. But if you're going to be doing one-on-one training and stuff, I think it's, beneficial to have all the information about that one person in one place. So you can see when you're called, or,
I think the
what
other
you
thing
talk
too,
about.
Right. The thing that my business coach tells me is reverse engineer it from the standpoint of what's the experience that the customer's going to have. And my daughter just bangs my head against this all the time. Don't send them to multiple places. It has to look easy. It's click, go, and you're on board. So I'm always cautious about, I use Calendly. I even have, I use it if they want to book a session, a paid session. I have Calendly set up for an hour paid session, that they can just book time and they pay me right before they book the time. So it's kind of tough, and then my business coach says, well, you can create a hub page. And I know there's a Tree app that allows you to create a page that has all your links on it. But it's remembering the experience that the person has and making it as simple as possible.
And sometimes the software doesn't, because the software was designed for, not your business. It was designed as a generic solution. But one thing that I'm going to mention, and again, I'm making notes for myself, because one of the reasons I'm excited about Zoho as far as invoicing is, like Pat has said, when did I pay that last invoice? So Zoho provides a client portal. Where that might be valuable for you guys to think about is, I'm working with a wholesale floral shop in Rancho Cordova, and they have a shopping cart, and there's lots of products in there, so that's not the problem. They're saying their clients find the website hard to use, so they'd rather call them and say, hey, that product that I ordered 10 of last month, can I order 20 more? And so they're having to look up records and stuff, that it's just time consuming. So one of the things that I suggested is, because they have a shopping cart, for any one client, you can put the top 10 purchases as a category. So here are Joe's top 10 purchases. Create a page just for Joe, so they can go to Joe's page and go click, 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 and they're done. So you can do the same thing is, for those of you on Duda or on your website, if you have a client that you just want to give them, privacy access, you can password protect it, or you can just, make it as an invisible page so they can go to it and send them a link. And that's where all their notes are and stuff. So there's ways to create that experience that's going to be easier for your client. It just may not be obvious, but that's why I say, where there's a will, there's a widget. You say, how do I make this easier for my client? And if Member Vault doesn't make it easy, you just have to figure out, what tools do I have that will make it easy for them? So, and again, it's going to be an individual decision, but you got to think outside that box sometimes, not just inside Member Vault.
Yeah, I agree. And, and the thing is that you can always have that front end that directs them to other pages. People are used to going to a new page, so that's not like that bad, but you don't want to individually send them to different pages. So right now, because I don't know what I want my website to look like, I'm not wasting time designing my website. I'm just using my member vault as my website for now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And because that's kind of like what you need to be able to send people to. That's kind of like your product that you're
Right.
building. So, yeah, I think you're at the right
I
track.
have landing, right. I have a lot of landing pages that I create real quickly in Ontraport for specific, like registering for my webinars and things like that. But, you know, I haven't delved into Ontraport as much as I've delved into Member Vault and my.
We lost audio. Uh-oh. Lost audio, Marilyn. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Pat to kind of chime in because we're starting to run out of time. And then Marilyn, if you come back, you can finish that thought. Pat, what you
Okay.
got for it?
Well, I'm with Jamie. It's hard to see everybody else's member vault so far advanced, and I feel like I haven't gotten where I need to be, but I am working in there. And I learned a lot today just from hearing from other people. It's just like from Joy. She said, even if you make a freebie, you have to put the money thing in, even if it's zero. So I'm going to try that because I have several freebies that I have advanced and put into modules, but they're going to be free. And so I decided I'm going to really work on what's free first and then get into deeper into my modules on my Defending Your Happy Place. But so I am working on that. I feel like I did work on my welcome area and I was able to put a picture in there. So I put a picture and some, oh God, you're going to try and find it now. Okay. All right. I hope, see, look at, there's my welcome. Oh, see, I put a picture in there. Okay. You're lucky I got that far. And I put my little logo up at the top, but I do want to put
an available product.
Huh?
You have an available product.
I do.
You got one posted. Remember you said you were having a hard time because they were being hidden?
Yeah, but I have, and I don't even know what you're signing up for, but I have no idea why that's there, but I was real proud of the welcome area. If you go to the products, you know, it'll show that I have several on there. There, all right. Come on, there's a number of products in there. Oh, God.
I gotta sign.
Is it?
Let me go back.
Okay.
It's only showing the one available product. You might have to, like we were talking about today, put a price on it and make it active.
Yeah, I'll work on that. But I have been working on some other things. Well, Susan, you know, I've been working on MindMup, and I'm really getting pretty advanced at my social media. For those of you who are following me somewhere, I've been able to post to Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. So I'm happy about that. But I haven't spent as much time as I need to on Member Vault, and I need to get back to that. So I have put down here by July 4th, I want to go back into Member Vault and at least show my products. So that's not that far away, and hope to have things active and people be able to purchase stuff by Labor Day. So those are my goals for Member Vault for right now.
So when you say purchase, you're going to have products for sale by September.
by Labor Day. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So do you guys all remember your buddy? Have you been in contact with your buddies?
I haven't been in contact with Kay, but I have been in contact with Yvonne. So Kay and I need to reconnect or connect.
Kay and I need to reconnect.
Yeah. So that would be my ask of you, and I put the buddy links on the page for Monetize Your Mojo. Let me see here. Just sign in. No. Usually I'm just going to go into my admin part. I don't think I have an account. So. So on mine, what I did was I've got the module, Monetize Your Mojo, in each lesson. So and you know there's the mastermind meeting section, right? This is where all the dates go and all the videos go.
Mhm.
I also put the calendar. We should just go to that page because it's going to look better. Can I go into preview?
Yeah, it's right.
Right on your.
It's right at top. It says mastermind meetings and you just hit preview.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was looking for it. Okay, so this is what this looks like. So again, I'm excited that you can put HTML code in there. So you can put things like, I put my embedded Google Calendar. And you'll see there's the Due to Mastermind, which is next week. So you can go and see the dates for everything. Then here I put the lessons for this are the recordings. Let's see, I'm trying to think of where I put the, there you go. So there's the directory. And somewhere I put your buddy systems. I can't remember where I put it now. Happy Your Mojo. It's got to be in here. Okay.
Maybe the members only?
Yeah. Oh, what did you say, Kay?
Members only at the bottom.
Well, maybe so. Whoops.
What happened?
Members only. No, that's the calendar.
Sorry. Thought
I'll
that
figure
was
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an old one. So I'll figure it out. But I did put the buddy system. So who meets with who somewhere. I have to find out where I put it. So double check that. And I'd like you to check in with your buddy because this is a perfect way for you to say, would you check out this video? Or would you check out this, lesson or whatever it is you want? Have them fill out the questionnaire if you've got one and see where it goes. So, and you have a buddy that you're helping and somebody's helping you. So you've got 2 connections to make in the next 3 weeks. And I'll look at where that buddy is. I'll put myself another note. I know I put it somewhere because I would forget what it was. You guys all remember who your buddy was?
Of course.
Okay, good. Oh, you don't need that. But I want it because I can't remember. Okay, so 3 weeks, July 1st is our next lesson. We got a Duda thing next Wednesday, and then I'm doing the Widget Wednesday the following Wednesday on the 23rd. So just put those in your calendars and I will send you reminders. So you just guys got a couple of reminders this time, right? About the lessons. I was with this contact management system. One of the things I've been wanting to do is have reminders go out automatically, which is where CRMs become valuable. But the way I've seen it so far is I can only send out reminders like 2 days ahead of time. So I have a call with a Zoho expert in the next week or two. So I'll try to figure out to send you reminders a little earlier. But at least there's a calendar that has the dates on it. So you shouldn't rely on emails from me to say, there's a meeting coming up. You'll get a reminder a couple of days ahead at least now, but be sure to check that calendar and put it on your own calendar. Yeah, Jamie?
One thing that made it confusing with your last announcement saying that this meeting was going to happen was the first sentence says, this is from today's meeting. And I thought I had missed it.
I did too. I did too.
And so I was wondering if there's a way to clarify that.
Oh, sure. I just got to find the reminder template. Okay. So that was the one that came in, today or 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
Okay, I'll check into that.
On Wednesday. And I know I wrote you an email that said, did I miss something today?
Okay, that would explain the question because I didn't realize it because this is coming automatically. It's not coming from me.
I know.
Okay, anything else before we take off? Good job, guys, making progress.
Making progress.
Get your target dates down, and 3 weeks, check in with your buddies. Because I think that's one of the things that's going to help you the most is not only you looking at it and say, what am I doing? Having somebody else look at it, making some suggestions.
And one other thing, I'm noticing the screen that you have up there, and under lessons, the two from the bottom, it says round robin buddying up. That's probably where you put it.
Could have been. I got to put it on the general page. There's the video.
There it
Oh, there
is.
it is. Where I knew I put it somewhere. I'll put that on the profile page as well. Yay.
Yay.
Okay. Okay, guys, have a good weekend, and I'll probably be seeing you soon. Maybe if I get my video working.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I thought I will.